So hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video you can see I've got the gazebo up already. There is a forecast for a little bit of rain later on, so I thought better safe than sorry. The Mini's in need of a wash and I want to get it done. So let's crack on with it. The car isn't overly that bad, but it is in need of a good wash. So I'm going to start off with the wheels. I'm going to try and be pretty thorough on them because they are very difficult to clean. There's a lot of spokes with very little space. However, first things first, we're going to get the tyres and the wheel arches done. For this, I'm using the Green Star at 10:1, and then this is the Yum wheel foam for a little bit of added lubrication inside those wheel arches. Starting off with the tyres and just going round it with the SGCB tyre brush before moving on to the wheel arches with the big EZ brush. With the Mini having the plastic liners for the front wheels, there's no need to bring out the tornado adapter to try and get anything off. The EZ brush is more than sufficient, and then I just give everything a quick rinse off before applying my next product. For the barrels and the wheel faces themselves, I'm going to be using the Yum wheels and the Yum wheel foam combination. I used the Yum wheels in a previous video, found it worked really well, so I'm cracking on with it again. And then once it's dwelled for a few minutes, allowing that reaction to happen, I'm just going over it with the Yum wheel foam, which you should use in the snow foam lands. I will be doing a separate video on that. So this is more of a kind of first impression use of it, and first impressions so far are very good. As I mentioned, getting into the barrels on this is an absolute pain to do. There is very little space in between the spokes, and I actually found that using the big EZ barrel brush was easier than the small one due to the fact that the bristles were a bit looser and you didn't get as much splashback. Then it was just another quick once over the tyre. You can see the foam's nice and white there, indicating that it's nice and clean, and then I can get it rinsed off and ready for a bit of protection. For protection for the wheels, I'm just going to be using a spray and rinse. This is the Blitz Slick Ceramic Detail Spray. Can be used a traditional quick detailer or ceramic detailer, however it works extremely well as a spray on and rinse off product, especially for the wheels. Now that I'm done with the wheels, I'm going to move on to the pre-wash phase. For the pre-wash phase, we're going to be using some Yum Citrus. This is the first time I've actually used this product, and going by the instructions on the website, around about a 1:5 dilution ratio should do me just fine. So I've got my measuring jug, I've got my IK sprayer. Let's get this loaded up and then we'll start doing the pre-wash. So I'm going to fill my IK sprayer up to 1 litre, which will more than do the whole car. For 1 litre at 1:5 I need 167ml of product. So let's get that measured out. Nice little safety cap on the bottle. And I just spilled some neat product right on the car there. That wee section will get a good pre-wash. So that's just under 170. Get that in the sprayer. And then we'll just top up to 1 litre, which is incredibly difficult to see in the daylight. That's about 0.75. 1 litre mark is here. There we go. For the pre-wash, in the instructions, it does say to cover the car liberally and then coat with a blanket of Yum foam. I don't have Yum foam, so I'm going to use Autobrite Direct Parma Violet just for a little bit of theatre. Oh, I'm so glad I've got this gazebo. It's absolutely peanut down just now. Wasn't the forecast, but I really wanted to get the car washed today because I'm going to be a little bit busy tomorrow with it being Father's Day. Big nasty bird poo there. See how the Yum Citrus deals with that. Always tend to find when you're using an IK sprayer, you get much more product on the car than what you need. So we definitely have a liberal coating. And look at that, get rid of the Arnold Clark sticker already. Oh, it is now full on teaming it down, so the angles are going to get a bit sketchy for recording here, but yeah, Parma Violet Snow Foam. Let's see how it looks over the orange car. Certainly smells like Parma Violet. I do like this stuff. If you are enjoying the content, please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Every view, like, subscribe, they all help the channel grow, which helps me bring more content to you. Now that the foam's been dwelling for a few minutes, time to get it off and see how the car's looking. When it comes to the contact wash, now that the pre-washing phase is all done, we're going to be using the Yum Wash car shampoo. pH neutral shampoo, extreme slickness, blah blah blah. I'm going to start with 50ml. It says use 50 to 100ml in a bucket of water. My bucket of water is about 3 quarters full, so I'm going to go with a 50. I've got to say, the stuff looks really cool. The heavens have really opened now. It's absolutely pissing down the rain. But I'm staying out to prove a point to the missus, so let's just get it done. This stuff looks like, have you ever seen the old school Ghostbusters 2 movie? This looks like the slime from that. It's so cool. Oh, that's nice. Nice and slick, not grabby at all. Slides over the panel. Yeah, feels decent.
brush work all done. Now all the intricate areas around the car, and the fuel filler, around the sills and stuff like that, window ledges, scuttle panel. One last rinse off, then time to get protection on. For protection, just going to rock with a Blitz Detailing Slick Ceramic Quick Detailer. This stuff is absolutely dynamite. I bought 5 litres of this stuff. Now, you can apply it as a traditional method, but it also works fantastically as a spray and rinse. Given the weather that we've got today, I think a spray and rinse is the best way to go. This car doesn't have any protection on it at the moment, and I just don't have the energy now. I am absolutely knackered, I'm soaking wet. I need to get in and get a shower. So let's give the car a quick once over with this stuff. I'll whiz round it with the pressure washer. You can see it already starting to go to work there on the roof. I literally cover the whole car in this stuff. Windows a lot. It's great. You don't need to leave it to sit or anything. In warmer weather you might want to do a panel at a time, but when it's raining and it's not very warm, you can just go around the whole car and then just blast it off. Leaves behind a nice little bit of protection. You can see it working straight away there. It's going to leave behind a nice little bit of protection that will see me through to the next wash, where hopefully it's a little bit drier and I can maybe apply a nice wax or something, maybe even polish the car.
Just as I finish rinsing this off, just a quick question to everybody. I'm looking for a nice trim product. The Mini's got a lot of trim and I don't really have something that I'm liking at the moment. So any recommendations, please do pop them in the comments below.
That's why we use an LSP. Makes the car much easier to dry.
If you have made it to this far into the video, just like to take this opportunity to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Try to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to grey as you fade away.